Hey guys, Brian from Progressive Force Concepts here. The time is finally upon us to formally unveil the BOBB, or the Ballistic Off Body Bag, which is a concealed carry project that PFC has been working on for over the past year. I'm wearing one right now. This is in a forest green color. We'll also be offering it in a navy blue color on our first initial production run. A little bit about the features of the BOBB. First off, the one thing that kind of brought us to this point was on a lot of our protective details, a lot of our protective assignments, we had been carrying off body in a laptop bag or something along those lines. It was a camera bag, but it wasn't purpose driven or dedicated. There's also some tactical manufacturers that present these really high profile looking off body bags. A couple things that are wrong with that. Number one, immediate visual signature that say and telegraph there is a firearm that's inside of this bag. Secondly, under stress, under duress, the ability to take and rapidly, dynamically employ or deploy the weapon from those bags or those systems is a no-go. It just simply doesn't work. Chris Fry from MDTS talks a lot about in-fight access, and those bags completely fall short of the mark. So that's a no-go. So we had to have a purpose-driven bag, one that was designed from the ground up in all of its features to be deployed under stress and to be as non-tactical as possible. We've had these and we've been wearing these for quite some time, doing the beta testing on them, and absolutely nobody notices or identifies the fact that it is a firearms-related bag or a gear carriage system. Nobody notices that. So that's the first thing, non-tactical color, non-tactical in appearance. Next, the moment that the novelty of carrying a firearm concealed wears off, people start to look for excuses not to carry that firearm. We've had this conversation with hundreds of concealed carriers, and they say that if they're just going to run to the store to grab a gallon of milk or a dozen eggs, they'll try to talk themselves out of carrying. It happens all the time. Also, wardrobe function. What if you're going to the gym to take a roll and do a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? You don't have belt loops on. You're wearing a pair of fight shorts. What about support equipment? The flashlight, the folding knife, the tourniquet, the dressing, the door stop, all of those additional items. What about your CCW creds? Where do those go? What about the ability to take and carry or wear armor, additional protection? Those are all factors that went into the design of this item. So, I'm wearing this in a left-handed configuration, slightly off on my left-hand side. Deployment of the bag from the ripcord. I've got a carabiner on it and then my car keys. This is great. We know we can't walk out into a parking garage with a belt carry concealed system with our hand on the gun. That's brandishing. That's illegal. But I can easily take and walk out to find my car with my hand on my keys or on my remote. To deploy the system from here, we violently pull that ripcord down towards the support side hip. That breaks away the front, and inside we've got a Kydex holster. In this case, I'm running a full-size Glock 17, actually a V17 from Valkyrie Combat. At this point, the presentation is very simple, and we're doing a traditional draw from the Kydex holster and then coming up on target. The B in BOBB stands for ballistic. Inside of both the upper and the lower panel, we have 6x9 level 3A ballistic protection. Once that's inside, and those are removable, once that is inside, we have some measure of protection on the body. If time or situation allows for it, and the dominant arm can swim out of these two risers, simply by pulling those, we can run the BOBB up to a high level on the thoracic cavity and the pelvic girdle, providing additional protection on those vitals. In addition to that, we have a Velcro ID panel for the responsible concealed carrier, security professional, or a law enforcement officer who may be working off-duty or undercover, a place to put their creds, large police patch, anything along those lines. Going back to our support equipment issue, in the rear pocket, we again have additional ballistic protection, but a great place to take and carry that support equipment, tourniquet, flashlight, all of the above. We are initially taking pre-orders on this item right now. We will have the contact information up in the comments below. For the first 50 orders, the first 50 pre-orders on the BOBB, they will be sold at a discounted rate. In addition to that, they will receive a complimentary BOBB-specific course from PFC Training. An entire range day dedicated to nothing but getting on the BOBB, deploying from concealment, trauma care, bringing up the risers, bringing this into a position, retention, a whole host of skills specifically dedicated to the usage of this product alone. We'll continue to offer that course in the future, the BOBB Users Program, or BOBB Up as we're calling it, and we'll afford a discount on that as well for people who purchase in the future. So again, a product we're incredibly excited about. We think that this is a total game changer. We've run it on the clock, and it is on par. It is even as far as presentation time goes against a traditional belt-mounted concealed carry system. In addition, it actually solves another problem. One of the greatest problems we've seen with carrying concealed is inside of a vehicle. Fighting against the seat belt, fighting to take and get away from the seat to cleanly present that weapon system. That is not the case with the BOBB. When the BOBB is worn slightly to the front position on the body, it defeats all those issues and it creates a very clean, simple presentation when worn inside of a vehicle. We can't say enough good stuff about it. We've done the beta testing on it. We've had fantastic results, and we encourage you guys to look into it. Again, Brian from Progressive Force Concepts, and we hope to hear from you guys soon. Stay safe.